So today, what I'm going to try to do is stick the new 44 tooth spur into an Xmaxx. I really don't know what pinion it's going to take. I've already taken the max slash and stuck a 44 tooth in there and had to go to a 26 tooth pinion. Now with that said, I tried to stick a 35 tooth pinion in the max slash and there's not enough room in there. It looks like the maximum I'm going to be able to get in there is maybe a 28. I even have my doubts on the 27 tooth fitting in there, just because of the way the chassis design is and the cover is for the pinion. It doesn't allow it to fit into a max slash. So with that said, there's probably going to have to be modifications done to that area where the motor mount sits to get a big pinion in the max slash. But I figure I want to go ahead and try to get the 44 tooth into an Xmaxx. What better Xmaxx than my standard one? That's why we went ahead and serviced it, got the rear bumper fixed up. I'm probably going to do the wheelie bar delete next. Just going to stick the plug in there and eliminate the wheelie bar. But let's get into this pinion, because I'm sure the XRT people and the Xmaxx people are really interested in adding more spur into their Xmaxxes. And depending on what pinion we can run with that, it's going to determine how much speed we can get out of this. Now, my hopes is that I don't start having motor overheating issues. But if that happens, then it's going to get a max 5 and a Coke can motor, and we're going to go ahead and see with that 44 tooth how well this is going to perform. Now, the only reason I'm doing it now is because of the new Sledgehammer belted tires and the new J Concept tires. Now that I can get tires to hold up on this thing, I want to add more power to it and see how many more rotations we can get in the air with the Xmaxx. Now, I believe the Xmaxx has plenty of ground speed. 50 miles an hour is plenty for the ground. I need more wheel speed for air control with belted tires and these heavier J Concept tires. I am impressed with them and I'm happy with the way it runs. Just want to see if I can make it that much better. So let's get into this. Oh, there's a lot of sand in there that we're going to have to clean out. It's not really affecting the gears, but it definitely is going to need some cleaning. But this spur setup, I had to do a lot of shimming to get the RC to run smooth and quiet. So we will have to re-shim it again. Just a part of servicing. Something that had to be done anyway, because running it in mud. Give me a second. Alright, so got the cush drive set up out. The papers are still in the slots in there, which is good. So I'm going to leave them there because that's my shimming. Let's get this thing off. And a lot of people didn't believe, still have the powdered gear in this RC, and no teeth have been broken off this RC out of all the bashing I've done. And I've said it before, if you shim it right, and I'm still using the pins on this one, and you don't land on throttle, I have landed on throttle, but you don't continuously land on throttle, and you don't brake on throttle, you're not going to break the gears. Now, if you're going super hard, and you saw I did front flips with it, I did back flips with it, and I still didn't shear off this. This is the original speed pinion for this RC, and the original pinion on the motor. So, haven't broke the powdered gear at all. And they'll last. That's why I have a ton of them. I see a lot of people complaining about them. Oh, you got to change ESC, you got to change the powdered gears that are in this thing right away. They're watching too many videos of people just going hard and not knowing what they're doing. A lot of the damage will come from the driver. So you can see the size difference here. So I'm going to have to pull the pins now and see if I can adjust this to where it'll touch. And I'm going to try to put a 23 tooth in there, because I believe this is the 18 that's in here right now, and I don't think the 1844 is going to touch. So I'd like to go, I might have a 20. I might go 2044 if I can, because that would be like an XRT changing just the spur, which would be cool. Because the XRT comes with the 2050 gearing, and a lot of guys go to the 2046, which you can run an Xmaxx on 2046 all day long, as long as you're not doing, you know, grass runs back and forth, because that will overheat eventually. But just jumping and doing stunts, just taking it easy, I think this setup will work fine for as well. I have noticed that these gears are really hard to get onto the cush drive. They're just super tight. So I just take a blunt nose and squeeze it onto it. It's not like it's folding the plastic, it's just super tight. I'm really curious to see how this gearing is going to work in an Xmaxx and an XRT, and that's why I took the time today to do this and make a video on it. I think with a big motor, especially like a 800 kV, this gearing's really going to help out, because they just don't RPM, and that's why I like the stock motors, because they tend to RPM better. There we go. Go ahead and stick our pin back in. Our gear, our bearing. Set the cush drive back in. It's touching, which is good. I should be able to just move the pins and run the stock pinion, which I'm gonna try, even though I want to gear up, because I want to see the difference. Just doing a spur, I mean, it's only 2 teeth. I really should put a 20 in there. I'm gonna look for a 20 and see if I can put a 20 in there. See if I have one. There we go. Now I'm gonna just crank these things down with the gun and then do them by hand. because these have to be barely touching the plastic, or you'll have terrible gear noise, because that idler gear to the center diff, it's this corner that has the issue. You can hear how it still touches. So let me get this pinion off. See if I can leave it where it is and just put a bigger pinion in it. First, I want to make sure that I have the 18 in here. Yeah, so there you go, 18 tooth. See if I have a 20. So here we go. There's a 20 Traxxas gear. Somebody's saying on the Max Slash, go ahead and run Saga gears. I have a whole bag of Saga gears like I've explained, but they're all 8mm shafts for speed running. So I don't really have one for 5mm shaft is what I need on the Max Slash. And that fits right in there. 2044. And the mesh is perfect. So you can go from your 1846 to a 44 tooth spur with a 20 tooth pinion and not have to change your mesh. That works out perfect. So there we go. I'm going to get some packs charged up. We're going to go rip this thing. So I just wanted to show you guys what I'm up to, and can you fit the 44 in your Xmaxx. And 100% 2044 fits in, and that should give us a little bit more on the Xmaxx that I think it was missing for that air control. There we go. And that should work out perfect for you guys. Comment down below. Do you think the Xmaxx is going to do better? Because today is Friday, so I can't do a speed run until Sunday because I'm going for the 100. So, or as close to it as I can, so I need the road to be quiet. And Saturday, USPS is open. So I might as well go bash. And I got packs charged up for this thing, so we're gonna go hit the BMX track with this gearing. But there you go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. There's your Spur part number 6438 for the 44 tooth that will fit in your Xmaxx perfectly. Catch you guys on the next one.